18th, fighting relegation.
No, they were bottom. Top. I remember Spurs top. Spurs 9 points, Arsenal 0 points, and they were trying to say they
first three games.
Yeah,
first three games. Yeah. You didn't want them out.
I've never wanted Arteta out.
Arsenal top 4.
Arsenal top 4.
You think you finished top 4?
I think we finished second or first. Easy.
First.
Second or first, easy.
I don't think so, man. I think Man City.
There's no other team in the country at the moment.
I think Man City by a distance.
Yeah. I think realistically second, but I actually think we've got a chance. If they lose Haaland, they're going to be in the same problem.
Yeah, if Haaland gets injured, but you can say the same thing about Arsenal. If Jesus gets injured,
but Jesus is not scoring our goals. Haaland's scoring all their goals. That's the difference. Yeah, Jesus has only scored 2 goals this season in one game. He hasn't scored 6.
Who's scoring the Arsenal goals?
It's all mixed now at the moment. That's the thing what Arsenal have done this year, different to
any
other year.
Saka, they've been scoring. Odegaard, a few goals.
Saka's only scored 1. Odegaard's our top goal scorer with 3. And Martinelli, both got 3 goals. Saka's got 2. Xhaka's got 2. Saliba's got 1. I'm trying to think now. He's scored quite a few goals. But Jesus has only got 2 goals this season. He's been assisted. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists.
Yeah, you can't replicate his
work rate. But I think Eddie is a competent enough substitute at the moment. I think he's Eddie Nketiah. He's beefed up. He works hard. You got to understand from last year. He scored more goals in 7 games than Lacazette and Aubameyang.
Yeah.
And if he was there, we would have finished top 4 last year. And now this year, we've added Jesus, and he's learning from Jesus.
Are you happy with Arteta?
Yes, very happy.
When Emery was at the club, yeah, and there was a lot of things about him getting out. Even on Arsenal TV, they was like, "Get him out, he's rubbish." Yeah. Who did you want next? Was it Conte?
No, even before Emery, I wanted Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe?
What Eddie Howe has done with Newcastle. Remember, if you start the season from when Eddie Howe took over Newcastle, they were third in the league. They were third. The season started when Eddie Howe took over. He's done a brilliant job. Right, he's transformed Joe Linton from a rubbish, shitty striker to one of the best midfielders in the Premiership right now.
I think it's quality.
Eddie Howe's quality. To me, Eddie Howe is
no, not Eddie Howe. He's a good coach.
Joe Linton, but he was terrible when he played up front.
He won. I wouldn't say he was terrible.
He couldn't score.
He could, but
he's 40 million rubbish.
No, but you had to look at the squad around him. I wouldn't say he's rubbish. To be honest, where he's playing now in that centre mid, he's a beast. He's a beast. He's a big guy. His presence, his mobility, and the way he moves with that ball for the size that he is, he's up there with at the moment as one of the best.
He's one of the best box-to-box midfielders at the moment in the Premiership. The only person I can say is definitely better than De Bruyne because he scores anything. De Bruyne is not really scoring.
Did you see at the end of last season against Arsenal? He
dominated.
That midfield in Newcastle destroyed us.
Oh, that's the game that you lot lost?
Yeah.
But 2-1, isn't it? What, 2-1?
No, 2-0.
2-0.
Oh, was it 2-0?
And they absolutely bullied us. Bullied us off the pitch.
But you're saying this, Newcastle's team from when Eddie Howe took over and didn't change much. So you want the players. Steve Bruce was terrible. That's what it is.
What?
Steve Bruce was terrible. No tactics.
He's not a top.
Coach.
But neither is Eddie Howe to bring him the Champions
League. But you could do. He's been given the platform now. If you give him the players, he might do something. You don't know. When Arteta took over, I was a bit.
Because you've never seen him coach, right?
Yeah.
He's sceptical. He's like,
I don't know. What can he? But
when he beat Man City and Liverpool to the cup, and the way he played the game as well, the way that Arsenal was playing football, I said, if this guy gets the players that he wants.
Which he has now.
He's got tactical nous.
Yeah.
And he's learned that, I think, obviously.
But he's learning from Guardiola as he goes, because he still makes, even last year, he was making quite a few mistakes on substitutions. I think he was taking too long to make substitutions sometimes.
I think he's done good with Arsenal, with what he's had to do, what he's brought in, what he's got rid of. But if you go back to the beginning when he wasn't the manager, and it was, if you were given the option, who are you going to bring in, Eddie or Arteta? If it was
Conte was there as well, though.
Yeah, Conte was there, but I'm saying out of if it was out of those two, you'd have turned around and you said, well, Arteta ain't got no experience.
I would have gone for Arteta because I already know what Eddie Howe's about. And for me, if I was to pick a team and take them to a level that I want them to be, like Champions League, fighting for the league, Eddie Howe is not the person.
But
That's not been proven though.
It hasn't been proven.
Yeah, no, but I'll be taking a risk on.
Yeah, that's it. You
But both of them would have taken a risk, right?
Yeah.
Well,
both of them would have been a risk, but with Eddie, you at least know what he could do. Obviously, not at the bigger stage, bigger clubs.
Yeah.
But you know what he's about, what he's been doing with with the clubs that he's been at.
I think he wanted Arteta out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I've
when they were at the start of the season last season, they were like 18th, fighting relegation.
No, they were bottom. Top, I remember Spurs top. Spurs 9 points, Arsenal 0 points, and they were trying to say they
first three games.
Yeah,
first three games. Yeah. You didn't want him out.
I've never wanted Arteta out, but I haven't been one of the ones that was like, oh yeah, Arteta's there. Yes, wicked. To be fair, I've never been a Wenger out. I don't think he should have left
The way he left.
the way he left.
What do you mean the way he left?
Well,
He got forced out. It got really bad, man. The Arsenal fans were really bad. I actually went to a few of the games when they were thinking, hey, it was bad. The atmosphere in the stadium was horrendous. And I think Arteta's built the relationship between the team and the players. It's really changed. The atmosphere in the Arsenal, it's one of the largest stadiums in the country right now. And we used to call...
They're playing some good football.
Yeah, but Arsenal were quiet. Everyone went to Arsenal Stadium, it was quiet. Only once I happy you hear something. I went to a few Arsenal games in the last few years, but he's changed the philosophy of the team, that mentality of the team. He's got rid of all that rubbish back in Ozil's, Aubameyangs. They had to go.
They were on massive wages as well.
They were poisoned.
Like 350,000.
Ozil Ozil was a poison chalice with Emery. Arteta came in, played Ozil at the start, and then all of a sudden you saw Ozil didn't start showing up for the team again. He was a poison chalice. He was a poison chalice in the Arsenal team.
Start because Arteta knows how to make decisions.
Which I respect. That's why I knew. He said when he started a 3-year program.
Yeah.
This year is the 3-year program. So for me,
the end of the 3 year.
Yeah, this year is his 3rd year. So now he's got every single player that he wanted. The only person,
I don't know
the only two people that left from the team is Xhaka and Saka, and obviously Smith Rowe. But starting 11. When Emery left, I think it's only Xhaka and Saka.
I think he was happy to get rid of Xhaka.
Nah, I think he loves him. He's the first person. Out of the whole team, he's the first person on that team sheet. I actually think
he came close to joining Roma.
He did, but Arteta changed his mind.
Arteta
Changed his mind.
From
you got to remember, Xhaka and the Arsenal fan base was torn, especially when he told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Now,
when he walked off, he went.
Yeah, but now if you see, they're celebrating.
What, the fans?
Yeah,
they do. But did he change his mind because he didn't get anybody else in as a midfielder?
Roma,
or because he actually wanted to keep him as a player?
So why is Xhaka?
So
why when Xhaka gets sent off when he's when he's back, his band finished straight into the team? Why doesn't he discipline him? Extra. Straight back in.
Well, you don't know if they but they
anyone can say anything about Xhaka, yeah? To me, he gives 100%, 110% on the pitch.
Do you know what?
He's a leader.
So he's someone you wouldn't get rid of?
I wouldn't get rid of him. I actually like Xhaka.
Right.
I think this year,
he performed better this year without a doubt. And even at the end of last year, he performed better than what he did.
On what he's saying here, yeah, and this is going back to the top question: will Arsenal finish top 4, right? And obviously he likes to think that we're going to finish 2nd or top, yeah. This is my view on it. I do believe we can finish top 4. I don't know about 2nd or 1st. Top 4, I reckon we can. And the reason why I reckon we can finish, I reckon 4th or 3rd, it's going back to that. What he's saying is we don't have enough depth in the squad. If you get rid of Xhaka, who are you replacing him with?
Much more mobile player, isn't it?
January
market.
But this is Arsenal. This is to me, in my view, this is our problem that we have right now. Is, don't get me wrong, first 11, I reckon we're good enough to compete with anyone.
Yeah.
Depth, we're gonna struggle when you have injuries. Like, it's only the beginning of the season. Partey got injured. El Nenny's injured. That's 2 of our players straight away from the midfield that's injured.
That's unlucky though.
Yeah, it's
unlucky. We need to replace Partey. I agree.
Replace him, what do you mean?
Not.
Well, get rid of him.
I would get rid of Partey.
No.
In the summer, I'd get rid of him. He's not good enough.
He's not good enough.
He's not good enough. I think he's your best midfielder.
You got to understand, yeah? I bet you none of you. How many games?
Yeah.
Percentage-wise, he is the best defensive midfielder we've got because one on better. But percentage-wise, how many games do you think he's played for Arsenal since he's been? I know the percentage.
30%.
He's always
He's only played 30%. Nah, more than that.
You're saying he's always injured. I don't think he's gone beyond half.
58%.
Yeah, just beyond half.
58%.
Yeah, but
That's a liability. Why don't I want to play like that? Why am I going to do? I don't know how much it's on. It could be on like 180 grand. He's not going to pay a person.
but this is
you can't consider that a liability because if there's 50% and he wins 50% of those, that's not a liability. You just have to make sure that you have good enough players after.
Are you going to win the league or get second or third or fourth with a player that only plays 58%? Because Tottenham's problem.
Yeah, but you're saying we're finishing second.
Yeah, but I think if he stays fit, we can finish second.
Yeah, if he stays fit. But this is what I'm saying. You got to remember this season.
It's hard to get people to sit on the bench.
This season, yeah, but no. Listen, no.
What's Tottenham's problem been all these years? Why have they never got someone to go behind Kane? Because they know he's number one and he's number one. That is it.
Yeah, he's a world-class player.
Yeah.
He's the only world-class player.
But they got no one else. Now they got Richarlison players.
Yeah.
World class.
Yeah.
You don't think Son?
I think Son's the best winger in the country.
Best what?
Winger in the country. By far. I'm country mile.
No.
Better than Salah, better than all of them.
No way.
No, but
Better than Mane.
He's not even playing
for Tottenham.
He plays
for Tottenham. There's one thing you got to understand, yeah? If Son played for the top teams, he'd score more goals than Salah, I think. He's brilliant. He's both-footed, he works. He's brilliant. To me, he's the best winger in the country. One of the best players in the world.
Say he's world-class footballer.
He's world-class. He's playing for Tottenham.
Do you know why he's not world class? Because he's at Tottenham.
Yeah.
No.
That's a perception. That's a lot of perception.
Because to me, my views is he's not what you don't rate him as world class because he's at Tottenham. Because what he's been dealing with.
I rate Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane's world class.
I think Harry Kane's the best number 9 in the world. There's no one better than him.
I think Lewandowski's better.
He's not. Lewandowski played for Bayern Munich. Now he played for Barcelona. Harry Kane is for Tottenham. If you put Kane in Barcelona or Bayern Munich, who score more goals than Lewandowski?
We'll see. Well,
Kane, bro, I'm an Arsenal fan, yeah, and I'm talking highly about a Tottenham player. Kane is brilliant. Best number 9. And everyone keeps saying Benzema. Benzema ain't the best number 9. He's had one great season his whole life. Great season.
Come on now, one great
When has he ever done these numbers? Ever?
Come on.
No, but listen, he ain't done those.
He's been in the shadows though.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Ronaldo's gone 6 years ago.
Yeah, but
What shadows has he been on?
in his own then,
He's just been a transition at Real Madrid as well. It's all about coaching.
Even Ronaldo joined the transition and he still scored loads of goals.
No, what transition it was then?
I think he sacrificed himself a lot for when
That's when you're losing to
there.
Dance, you're losing to Figo, that's when they started transitioning. When Ronaldo joined.
No, it wasn't straight after.
It's a few years after.
Yeah, a few years. They started
About
the
2-3 years, I think, after. Kane, just because he played for Tottenham, a lot of people think Son is not world class. Son, to me, is probably the best winger in the world.
He's a top player, but he's not a world class.
He's brilliant. Hey, he was golden boot last year.
Doesn't matter.
For Tottenham.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, for Tottenham. On the wing.
How many assists did he get from Kane? If it wasn't from Kane,
Yeah,
how many goals would he have got?
that's the partnership.
All right, I've got a quick question for you. Yeah.
Son
In the Premiership, yeah. Any club in the Premiership, a player that plays on the left, would Son take their place?
Any club?
Any club in the
What?
Premiership.
Any era?
Well, no, in that position. On
Right
the
now,
left,
right
now. Left forward. What player in the Premiership would you pick over Son?
I'd pick Salah over him.
Left, Son plays the right.
Right on the right
Right
side.
side.
Yeah.
Who's on the left hand side?
Diaz
Diaz and Liverpool.
To me, there's only one that I would have picked over him, but he's no longer in the Premiership.
I'll pick Foden.
Mane.
I'll pick Foden.
Better than Son.
The way he
Son,
plays, technically, he's
Foden
amazing.
is a scorer.
No,
Foden's not even going to start as good as Sterling.
Foden's not as good as Sterling.
Doesn't score his goals, does he? Or
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He's not as good as Sterling.
He's not.
Sterling has scored a lot of goals when
Foden is wrong. He doesn't score enough goals. He doesn't score enough goals. He doesn't.
But Sterling had some problem at Liverpool. He didn't score enough goals.
Yeah, but Sterling
They come together, but then he moved.
1920 when he left Liverpool.
Something like that, yeah.
Because he played for Liverpool for 2 seasons, I think, before he moved to Man City. He was 18 when he made his.
He's technically better.
I'm not saying that.
He breathes game much better. The only thing Sterling has over him, I think, is his movement now is developed.
Yeah, but as a left forward, the way football works, that's what you need.
I would never.
I personally. Do you think Salah's a great dribbler? I don't think Salah's a great dribbler.
No.
Sterling is clumsy.
Yeah, he is. Salah's not a great dribbler. Do you think Salah's a great dribbler?
They're technically better without
Is he a great dribbler? Salah.
Well, it showed. He put
Salah.
against Man City.
Salah.
last, he
Dribbler,
put,
yeah, yeah, he's
put
good.
two
I
of
don't
the
think
players on
he's
their
a great
arse.
dribbler. He's a good dribbler. That's not a great dribbler.
What's a great dribbler? Messi.
Nah, you got. I think Rafinha's a better dribbler than Thingy. Foden's a better dribbler than Salah. Son's a better dribbler than Salah.
You must have got Morris, isn't it?
Mahrez is a better dribbler than Salah, but they don't score enough goals. They don't. They're lucky. Man City, the whole team scores. Because if they dropped a certain level, they won't win.
They're
the league.
on another level. They're gonna win
They
the
are.
league. They're gonna win the
I
league.
personally they'll win the league.
I think Arsenal can get second, but I think the squad is just not
It-
large enough.
It depends on the recruiting on January, I
Did-
think.
No,
This-
I don't think we get rid of January and February.
Did-
Look, people ask for way too much money in January.
They
Yeah,
waste
but
too much
that's
money.
It's a
anyway.
risk, man.
They
It's a
waste too much
risk.
money.
It's a risk.
So this is what I'm saying. Arsenal's first 11, we are good enough possibly to fight for that second place. First, I don't, because I think Man City will have it. But this season is a bigger season than last season, as in we have more games. We didn't have any type of Europe football. There's a lot more games to be played, and this is where it's going to affect us. I think it's in the depth. If we get one of our main players, a couple of them injured, I reckon we're going to struggle.
I don't
Struggle
struggle.
to get in top 4,
I still believe we can get top 4, even
regardless.
regardless.
quite good.
And I'm only saying that on the first few games that we've had. The football has been. It's the best football I've seen Arsenal play in a very
long.
very
Since-
long
So
time.
who'd you
Since
put? Who'd you
the
put top
Invincible
4?
years.
Who'd you put 1, 2, 3, 4?
I would.
Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham,
Tottenham in top 4. Alright, cool.
Tottenham, and fourth. I don't think Chelsea will make it. It depends if Liverpool sort themselves out. If not, I'll put United.
I reckon United, regardless of the first few games that they've had,
Yeah.
I reckon they're going to turn it around, and I reckon United this season can get top 4. I reckon.
So what's the top 4 for you?
To me, I reckon it will possibly be. I think it will be Man City. I think second will be Tottenham.
Tottenham.
I reckon Tottenham will get second.
Alright.
As much as I hate to
Alright.
say it,
Yeah.
I just reckon that he's done some good signings for positions players that can play in more than one different position,
Arsenal's done the same thing.
but we haven't got enough depth.
think
I
they've
reckon
got
Tottenham.
enough.
They've
I
got a
reckon-
larger squad, I think.
I-
They've got a
I
larger-
They've got a larger squad.
I reckon
They got a lot older squad as
Tottenham
well.
has a lot more depth than what we do, with better quality. I say with better quality
Apart from
than
Kane's son, I don't think anyone else is better quality than us. Kuzeski, Saka, similar.
Romero. Something
I
about
like
re-
Romero. I
and
think
I-
it's headless.
I reckon, and then I think third and fourth will be out of Arsenal United.
So Liverpool out of it. Tidy.
I think
If they don't sort themselves out at the moment,
Yeah.
they don't know. They don't know if they're coming or going.
they look terrible.
I think at the moment they have a lot of injuries. And so their squad at the moment is like around about 14, 15.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, Liverpool always their second team could have finished second in the league before.
Would you want Arsenal to win the Europa League?
Yes.
Are they your favourites? Are they your favourites to win the Europa
I
League?
want Arsenal to win everything every year.
Yeah, but realistically,
Do you think they can do it?
they are the favourites for Europa League. Yeah, they got Man United, Roma, Real Sociedad.
I personally think at the moment he's gonna have to play the same midfield every game,
Yeah,
league and thing. That might catch up on.
but he switched it with Zurich. That was good tactics. He switched it around.
He did, but he still had to play the two midfielders.
They won though.
Yeah, but you have
Yeah,
to benefit. But that's it. He bought smartly, astutely, in terms of he bought Zinchenko who could play left.
Both. That's why I said
and
our
midfield.
depth is actually
In
a
terms
lot
of
more than that. a lot of
yeah,
people
so
think.
I
We got
think
Vieira from Portugal.
yeah, still,
do you know? I never saw Vieira play any games in Portugal, and obviously I saw him come on as a sub. And the first few glimpses, I think to me he looks decent. I reckon.
He's a decent player.
we got 30,
He's
40
young.
assists last
Yeah.
season.
He's got 15. He's got
He's
15
decent
goals and
player.
14 assists.
It's a good signing for 32
In
million.
27 games.
He looks
27 games, but I think 11 of them were substitute appearances.
He
He got
looks
15
he looks
goals.
decent. I thought, yeah, do you know what?
He played well. He done well against. Sorry, he done well
I
against.
think he was smart because he brought him into a game they thought he could be able to handle. And I think he's going to do that with him because he's new to
I don't think it helped Vieira being injured. He had that injury already.
That was about to start. Yeah,
We
but
signed
for him
him
personally.
We knew about the injury. Apparently, we knew
But
about
to be
it.
honest, he didn't really need it because he's still top of the league, won every game.
Yeah, and we should have beaten United. We got caught 3 times on the count.
I don't know if
The counter,
I don't know if you should have beaten them.
we should have beaten. We were a better team.
I thought it would have been before the game. I was predicting a draw, and I thought the game
I would have been happy
was
with
a
a
draw.
No, but I think we were better than United. We got caught.
Do you think
3
I made a
times.
mistake with the substitution?
Naive, I think they were.
The thing, yeah, they were. We
Massively
got
naive.
caught 3 times on the counter. and it's all our own making. Was it United's brilliance? It was our own making.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what I think the difference in that was? Tactical.
So you blame the manager?
You had to go for it.
Why did he have to go for it?
He didn't have to go for it. Not in the way that
he's getting slated for going for it. And if he didn't go for it, he would have got slated for going for it.
No,
So he's not winning. He's
yeah, but this is.
If he would have won that game, people would have said, "Oh, amazing."
Yeah,
but I don't blame him for losing. I don't blame him. I blame him for concentration.
Look, if you.
I watched.
Yeah, but do you think it could have been Ten Hag? Something he saw?
No.
And
they didn't change nothing.
They changed on the counter attack.
That's why I say we lost the game on 3 encounters.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what we lost. 3 encounters.
Yeah,
but as players, you should be able to see that as well.
It was to do with, but if you saw after they took the lead and the subs that he done to bring on, it was his tactics. He knew what players to bring on to do.
It didn't help.
It did. So you
didn't help.
I don't blame him. Look, the game that I watched was a good game.
Yeah.
I won't deny it. It was a good game.
The best game so far.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Better than Newcastle,
both teams.
That was amazing.
Both teams turned up. There was certain decisions, like even with Arsenal, with the goal disallowed.
That's a goal.
You know, goal.
That's not a foul. I think that's a foul.
Do you know what?
He doesn't get the ball.
Football is a contact sport.
Okay, yeah, but you have to get the ball. We have to get the ball before you get the player.
You know what? I feel about penalties for that.
Soft.
As soon as Odegaard put his hands on him, it was a free kick.
You
can't put your hands on the player. You can't put your hands.
As soon as you felt a little thing, because you lost control of the ball, you felt.
But you know, this is when I first saw it. When it came back to it, I looked at it and I thought, all right, yeah, it's a foul. Because obviously Odegaard came in, there was no contact with the ball. He didn't make no contact. It was straight with the player. Even though, to me, I think it was a soft contact. I don't think it was enough.
They got shot from the stands.
It was hard. But then when you look back at it, like from what I saw, when Eriksen, before he touched Eriksen, I don't think Eriksen had control.
He didn't have the ball. He lost control.
Eriksen didn't have the ball, and they both came in together. And I thought afterwards, you know what? To me, that looks like he should have let him carry on.
I think the only reason why the referee gave it is because he put his hands on him. If he didn't put his hands on him, I think he would have left it.
VAR, what's the rule about VAR? You only disallow thing, get involved when it's clear and obvious error. It was not a clear and obvious error.
But they've been making a lot of errors recently.
Yeah, it's horrendous. It's horrendous.
Three.
The Chelsea against, was it Newcastle?
West Ham.
Oh, West Ham. And Bowen jumped over Mendy.
Yeah.
He spilled the ball. Where's he supposed to land?
Do you know my view on this?
You got the push as well.
My view on this is when VR, when you call into VR, the point of having VR is VAR. It is basically if there's been a decision or something that they've seen, they should call it and tell the ref, right? If they see something and then they can't decide if it is or if it isn't, then you have to call the ref to go to the side to watch it. No, you shouldn't do that. The ref made that decision there and then, right? So they shouldn't call it. If they can't call it, if they can't decide with themselves if it was or if it wasn't a foul,
leave the decision.
Leave the decision to what the ref made at the time.
But it's the referee they are only there to assist, right?
Well,
so they say to them, look, have a look at this because you might have a different view if you was to see it on TV.
Yeah, but a lot of the times they don't tell the ref to go and check the VR. VR comes into play and says, right, it's a penalty or not a penalty or whatever, and he says, fair enough, that's the decision. But if they see something and they can't make out if it is or if it isn't a foul, then leave it. The ref's already made his...
For the ref's decision.
The ref already made his...
If they're unsure, shouldn't they call the ref to go over to the screen and possibly have a look for himself?
Every time the ref goes to the screen...
The referee... If the ref wasn't sure... This is the thing. The ref made his decision.
The problem is the ref's judgment.
No, you just...
I've not seen one ref go to the TV and keep the decision he's made.
He did. Oliver did it. Penny.
It's happened once.
Oliver done it. You've got a penny. He just went to the ceiling because it's a penny. My concern is that, for instance, the Newcastle game, when it gets pushed in the back and goes at the keeper, when VAR shows all the angles, it doesn't actually show the angle from behind where it gets pushed from. So if you're going to do it, I think you could do it properly. You show all the angles to give the referee the decision to make then afterwards, not give them only a percentage of it what it is. So
I think VAR's in this country, it's horrendous. Horrendous.
So let me ask you a question: if Arsenal don't make top 4, Arteta gone or not?
Nah.
Keep him.
If we win Europa League and get final one of the cups,
If you're not in the Champions League next season.
If we're not in the Champions League next season, spend a lot of money. We haven't spent this much money in years, man.
I don't know.
It's a tough one. It depends. If Arteta goes all the way and then injuries derail us, then I don't blame him for injuries. Injuries can happen to anyone.
Me personally, regardless, even if we go all season with winning nothing, I'll still say keep him.
Because of the way he's playing football.
It's the problem that we have, right, is if we get rid of him,
Who you getting?
it's who you get in and how are we going to perform in play. Look, you've seen right now at the beginning, when you've got the full players that he wants, they're playing football. It's the best football I've seen us play
since
in a long time.
Invincibles.
One of the best footballs
it's been great.
I think since 2005.
Look, and you've got to remember, even though he's had players coming in, he still needs to build the squad.
Yeah,
the squad still needs players. And that's the thing. I don't think I don't think managers get enough support to stay and do the job, because you keep changing managers, you bring someone else in, and then they have to start from scratch, and then it's not the players that they want. Just because you get rid of Arteta, he might come in and think, well, do you know what? I don't actually want Martinelli. I don't want Saka. I don't want Gabriel. Get rid of them. Bring someone else on, and then it's like
You got if they are going to change manager, they have to get someone similar profile to Arteta. They have to. They play similar football. You have to, because if you get someone that plays like say Conte style, ain't gonna work.
for the club
Did you want Conte at Arsenal?
No, you know what? Conte, league-wise, brilliant. In Europe, he's terrible. Terrible record in Europe. Doesn't win nothing in Europe. Doesn't even get anywhere in Europe. He's horrendous in Europe.
Yeah, but
I'm saying Tottenham out in the group stage.
Saying that,
he's horrendous in Europe.
he's terrible in Europe, but Arsenal at the moment, from what we've been going through for the last few years, you don't even forget about Europe. Let's concentrate in the Premiership.
Do Arsenal want a fix for 2-3 seasons and he's gone like he does with every other team?
But it's not. No, but it's not just a 2-3 season thing.
He wouldn't be there that long.
It's getting Arsenal back to that.
I took it again. But do you think like, Conte would have done well with like Aubameyangs and Ozils and like that?
I don't think it's his style of play.
I think it would have been up.
His style of play, I think Tottenham suits him for his style of play.
Yeah, they do. Well, they never used to. They've changed. If he would have inherited Pochettino's team, not Mourinho's team, it would have been completely different. He would have not done as well as he did. Pochettino's team was more football.
What do you think, Paulo? Top 4, Arsenal?
I think so.
Who's out there?
Probably go Man City top. I think it depends on, obviously, for me, Liverpool, if they do come back and they start performing well, I still see them somewhere, but Man U come back into it a little bit. So Tottenham and Arsenal. I mean, for me, that's top. For me, that's the top 5. For me, that's the top 5. I don't know in terms of what thingy, but Man City top. Then I'd have Liverpool, Tottenham, Man U, and Arsenal. That's the top 5. But in where they're going to sit,
you don't know.
I'm unsure at the moment.
It depends how good Potter does as well with Chelsea.
I think Arsenal will finish 3rd or 4th. Yeah, I think the top 4.
Who do you think second?
And probably win the Europa League.
Depends. It all depends. I think it depends on how we're doing in the league. It depends how good we're doing in the league. It depends how we're doing in the league. If we do really well in the league and we're fighting for that second place, I think he will play a weaker team in the Europa League. And only if we get to the semi final, then he'll play a stronger team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I still think obviously European football is different. It's a transition from playing Premier League to then to Europa.
He's going to have to play 2 teams. It depends.
Different.
There's two teams. He's going to have to play 2 teams.
Yeah, that's
he's going to have to,
isn't it?
At the moment, he's going to play
even for the cups. Do you reckon would Arsenal go for the cups as well?
I think
FA Cup, Carling Cup.
I think FA Cup more than in the.
Will you play your strongest team in the cup?
Nah, not the strongest. A mixture of both.
So same team is like Europa League.
Same team, Premiership. Strong team in the Premiership for now.
That's it.
In the Premiership for now.
Champions League, I think has to be Champions League. Yeah.
It's a risk trying to just try and win Europa League and not concentrate on the league. It's a risk. It's too much of a risk.
It's
not guaranteed.
I reckon
it's a one-off game if you get to the final.
For the start that we've had to the Premiership, I wouldn't take my foot off the gas.
No.
I would concentrate. I'd concentrate on that. As we've had a good start, let's keep it going. I know we've had the loss to United, but
I think this season is very different to what's in the past. I think the teams that will make the top 4 will be depending on how they do against each other,
Yeah.
rather than the lower teams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Arsenal will actually deal with the lower teams a lot better this year.
Well,
I think Tottenham will struggle more in United.
This
more than Arsenal against the smaller
this
teams.
is a problem that we've had for seasons now. It's not where we lose to the big teams. For many seasons now, we've been losing to small teams.
Yeah.
That's the problem that we've had for a long time. It's not getting the results where it counts.
I think we've lost to the big teams as well.
Yeah, no, we've lost to the big teams. But what I'm saying is
You could lose to the big
you
teams.
could lose to the big teams,
If you
right?
beat-
But if you
beat
carry
all the
on
big teams,
beating
small
all the
teams.
small teams,
No,
That's
but
not
I'm saying
determined,
this
yeah.
season, whoever it'll be out of the top 6, whoever beats each other. Whoever's
Yeah,
got
gets
a better
most
record.
points on
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
I think if Arsenal win all their home games, we'll be fine.
Because I think you're mentally stronger now to compete against obviously the
Even the brutality of like teams like Burnley, how Burnley used to be. Arsenal
Yeah.
used to hate playing against them.
So
So when Newcastle taught us a lesson last year with 2-0. It was just the physicality, we couldn't handle it. I think the team's is more able
So
today.
you're saying both you said Tottenham will finish above
I said
Arsenal.
I said Tottenham
You as
third.
well.
no, he said
I
Arsenal.
don't know.
He
I
said
think
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I think
Arsenal, Tottenham.
Tottenham
And then
third.
Tottenham Arsenal.
I think if Arsenal are able to keep their players fit and there's no injuries, and if they get maybe a couple of buys in January, I think they'll need, then I think their way of play will get them more points than Tottenham. But I think Tottenham are more they're stronger, more durable in terms of how they're playing now to sneak points, even whether it be away or at home.
No, I think Arsenal's
So,
proved it this year already. Twice.
Arsenal versus Spurs. Who wins?
Arsenal, what?
Arsenal's at home.
Arsenal at home. I demand a win. I don't want nothing else.
You demand a win.
A win. We should need to. For us to finish second in the top 4, we have to win all our home games against the big teams. We have to. We can lose away, just don't lose at home. Sneak draws away. At home, we have to win. The only one that's a bit sticky is the Man City. Man City is don't lose to Man City.
No, do you know, Matt? Like, I know you talk about Tottenham. Look back last season when we played Man City.
I know we destroyed them in the second game. We lost 2-1. We got players off.
We were
Gabriel
the
was
better team, like dominating that game. We
I've
were
never
all
seen Man
over
City
them.
get destroyed like that.
We were like,
This is what they're
if
doing.
this is how good I think we were playing. If you took all the tops off the players and just put 2 different random teams, you'd have looked at us and said, "Yeah, we're Man City." You'd have never said that was.
We destroyed them.
To
Couldn't
me,
finish our chances.
we were all
That's the
over
problem we
them.
had that game in the
That's
other
the problem
day.
this
First
season,
half
yeah.
was amazing. Should have scored 3 or 4 goals possibly,
Yeah.
Against United.
and didn't.
No, we should have
Who
been.
would you have got as a striker then, if it wasn't Jesus? Who did you want?
When I heard for Jesus, I was so happy. I think Jesus is brilliant.
I think it's brilliant as well.
He's brilliant. I think he got used wrong.
Do you know?
at City.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I thought you guys might go for Dybala, to be honest.
I'm-
I'm free.
Nah.
Dybala can't do Jesus' thing.
Not for Jesus, but
The
obviously
thing
as
is,
a thing with
Jesus,
Odegaard.
he's a small guy. He's small. He's 5'9".
He hunts you down, man.
And he is so
Work rate,
powerful.
amazing.
I've always been a Jesus fan.
Fan, yeah.
I've always, but I'll be honest. When it's said we had him and got him, I don't know why, but I wasn't like, yes, we've got him.
No, I was
happy when we got him.
It didn't bring anything to me to be like, yes, we've got.
Do you know how many clubs wanted him?
Yeah,
Spurs
I know.
wanted him,
I don't know.
Madrid.
I don't know why I didn't feel like that. But
Chelsea.
now,
Trying to hat-trick it last week.
watching him play for us, I'm so fucking happy.
He sets the tone for your whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am
that's,
so
that's what we struggled last year. We had Lacazette. You know what? Lacazette, for his age, to me, he done really well. Wasn't scoring
If
goals.
Arsenal make it, that's probably best signing of the season.
He was fantastic. Even that game against United, man, he was
bullied.
bullying
He was-
Varane.
Yeah, he was.
Bullied
He
for
was-
Ryan and Martinez.
He
So
was
strong.
giving
He's back
them
to goal.
a nightmare. I guarantee you, the next time when we face Man United, if it's those 2 centre backs, they're gonna be thinking, oh fuck me, I've got to do it. They're not. They're gonna be like, this guy is gonna
He's like
be.
a ferret on the pitch.
No, because I think he has all about his game.
Yeah, he's
He has all
got
about his game.
his decision making
He's
sometimes a bit greedy.
but he's strong on the ball. His movement is
Yeah.
good. So I don't know. Yeah, I think.
No, but I think
might be different.
But I think him in himself is thinking, do you know what? I've got something to prove here. He has.
Yeah.
He has got something to prove.
Plus, there's a World Cup as well. He wants to
Yeah,
be in the World Cup.
he wants to be in the
Better
World
get picked.
Cup, and
Huh?
He didn't get picked for Brazil.
No?
No, they're friends as well. He's not picked. Him, Martinelli, and Gabriel.
Yeah,
Magalhaes.
for them.
All three of them get picked.
Just a friendly.
But I don't think that's like. I think it's a big concern.
Warm up for the World Cup.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
the main thing would be come to the squad, and I think he's good enough to be in the squad.
I think I definitely listen on his performances. I think he's definitely.
And I think Saliba has been a big win for us as well.
Yes,
Going out to get the experience abroad.
France, yeah.
It's helped.
Do you reckon
Yeah, I think
they're big Spurs.
I think it'll be Spurs. 3-1.
I
think Jesus will get Romero set off. Romero's headless. He's so headless. I don't like him with it.
He's Spurs'
don't
best
know,
player.
I think,
a defender. Spurs'
He's
best defender.
headless. You know who the best defender's been? Ben Davies, man. He's been playing well, man.
Oh, mate.
He's been playing well. And Dyer as well.
Dyer's been the most
I think Dyer's
complete
rubbish.
defender. In terms, I don't think he's great, but he's more calm on the ball than the rest of them. Knows what he's
Sanchez,
doing.
they need to get rid of Sanchez. He's.
I think Romero is more tenacious.
Yeah, but he's headless as well. He gets a bit.
Romero's the best defender in Tottenham.
I'm not saying he's the best defender, but I think Ben Davies is playing really well. He's been the standout defender. I think Ben Davies is terrible.
Look at
Sessignon.
Sessignon from last season to now. It's like two different players.
Yeah, Sessignon's playing well as well. Tottenham will be a hard game for us. Conte will make it hard. They'll sit and catch it.
You just said it. Conte will make it hard.
Yeah, because he plays defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I don't like that type of football.
do you know what
It wins you things, but
I think if you guys can score with the goals,
I think
then obviously but I think that's going to be a problem trying to get them because they'll always have a chance. And if they give Kane a chance like they did last game,
They've got
Richarlison
will cause you.
Yeah, come on.
yes, Kulusevski's playing well.
Kulusevski,
It's a good signing for them.
Perisic. They've got quality up front.
I think your problem is when you're on top, is finishing it off.
Yeah, that's not
That's the thing at the
I
moment.
think that the team that will win the midfields will win that game.
I like
Xhaka gets on top of
but
Xhaka's
Xhaka's new role.
and
Xhaka's new role is brilliant. I think if you look back to 2016 when we bought Xhaka, Wenger said he's a box-to-box midfielder. We never used him as that.
he is a box-to-box midfielder.
But he never played like that for Arsenal. He played deep line.
Yeah, but never was it Basel before, wasn't he?
No, it was Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's where we got him from.
But he wasn't box to box there, was he?
Yeah, it was. He's a box-to-box midfielder. Never used him. Now Arteta is using him as a boxer because he trusts.
He's a quality.
Because we've got the
He's
inverted.
better on the ball.
technically.
He's better, yeah, definitely.
He's
better on the ball.
also
Now because we've got the inverted fullbacks. Like Man City, we've got Tierney doesn't play it well, but he's been trying.
I like Tierney.
Bless him, he's tried to play the
He's
inverted.
good.
I like as a left back.
That's
But as an inverted fullback, he looks a bit uncomfortable because he can't use his right foot probably.
Well, he
Zinchenko
won't play that inverted fullback. That's why they brought Zinchenko in.
I know,
He
but
played that.
Zinchenko-
So then you have the option of you're doing what they do is they compact the midfield with that,
Yeah.
and then what after the game carries on for a little bit, they can bring one for instance.
Zinchenko gets injured, he's been trying. Against United, he played it. I mean, not United, the Villa game. He played the inverted fullback. He's done the same thing now against Zurich. He looks a bit uncomfortable because he can't use his right foot properly. He's so one-footed. So, and I think Ben White's been playing brilliant at right back.
what? I think he's one of your worst players.
No, everyone
At right back.
against Crystal Palace. Who's our man of the match?
I don't know. The whole team was amazing. I think
Ben White. Ben White was a bit
I think
He
Jesus
kept
was your man of the match.
Zaha was doing this. Zaha was holding his pocket after the game.
I disagree.
He won't pass him once. The whole game.
Nah, I
Once.
disagree.
He kept him quiet, and he kept bombing it there. He's not a right back. He's a centre back.
I think he's been your weakest
No,
player.
I think he's playing well,
In my
man.
opinion.
And he's good, and he can play. If we lose
They bought him as a
Samuel
centre back, right?
he'll be our defensive mid.
They bought him as a centre back.
Yeah,
So why are you playing right back then? If he's not,
because Tomiyasu was injured, and he don't trust Cedric.
Cedric. Yeah.
you don't trust Cedric.
Well, he hasn't played him. I don't.
That's brilliant. You play a centre back in front of a right back, or traditional right back. He doesn't trust Cedric.
I think he's done a good job.
I like it because
I still think Tomiyasu is more effective.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is though, he's threat going forward. But I like what he does because when we attack, sometimes he turns into a back three.
Yeah, and I think if you do then three centre backs with wing backs,
No, but even when we attack with the four,
he's the best. He's your best defender coming out with the ball.
Yeah, by far.
Ben White.
Ben White, by far. But the thing is, it helps when we're attacking. If we're attacking on the left, and Ben White can just slot into as another centre, got three in the back when we attack.
I think Saliba could be one of the best centre backs that
You know what?
he's had for a while.
And I think in the world, he's got the potential to
you
be
know
one of the best centres in the world.
I'll be honest
Potential.
with you. I'll be honest with you. With him coming back, I don't think Arteta realised exactly what he had there with him. I don't think.
I think it's all about surprise, yeah.
Yeah, I
agree with
I think Saliba has caught Arteta by surprise.
The thing is, he's been away in France for what, 2 years.
Yeah.
You can learn. You could learn a lot.
3 years.
Yeah, I know.
It's been 3 years.
I think he did. I think he did because he was at Marseille for both those years. No,
Yeah, but no, he went.
or was it? Marcel was last year.
And
And he was guaranteed game time for those 2 seasons.
I think
at Arsenal, he wasn't guaranteed game time.
No, he
how
wasn't.
good he was,
But
it's the physicality.
the first season that
Of
we
the
put
country.
him away,
Yeah.
the reports already came back that he was banging. He was a sick centre back.
He was 18,
And you could have thought, all right, Arsenal, we're struggling with centre backs. We need help in the defence.
But he could have.
He
He was an Arteta boy.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, but
Boy.
he could have thought, you know what, I'm going to bring him back, but he didn't. He kept him out there again. Yeah. Why didn't he bring him back? I don't know. He probably thought, right, yeah, you might need some more experience, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. But him coming back, I don't think he realised or knew how good of a centre back he was. I think he got a shock, and then having him there, he was like, right.
But he got player of the season.
Yeah,
Last
well,
year.
Young player of the season.
Yeah.
Young players.
Young players, yeah.
and I think
And that tackle against Mbappe is going viral. When Mbappe's full swing, sprinting, and he got
I
it.
think
So you think he thought he might have been too young to come in? He wouldn't push him in straight away.
It's the physicality of the
Give him a couple of years out, see how he deals with it, and he dealt with it really well. And now he's coming and it's slotted in really well.
We need to
He
get
also
more
partnerships, no?
no.
His partnership with Gabriel, I think, works really well.
Yeah, I know, but this is the problem that I think the problem that he had was their partnership really works really well. But before he's come along, it was Gabriel and White, and I
thought they were pretty good as well.
Yeah,
They've done a good
exactly.
job.
But obviously, I think with Saliba coming in now, he's like,
I have to
oh
play this
shit,
guy.
I have to play.
But
this
I want to
guy
play White as well. Now I'm moving on to right back.
When he bought 50 million for White?
Yeah.
And then you don't play
English
him.
tax.
Come on.
English tax, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah.
Good set. I like White, man. White played really well for Brighton.
Yeah, I know.
As a free, he was the right on the free. We don't play.
Is that what you brought him from Brighton?
Yeah, we bought him for Brighton.
Jeez, and Brighton's getting like Ryan's side.
Yeah, but this is showing you, even regardless if you paid 50 million, if the other player's better, you've got to play your better players.
Yeah, of course.
It's
not only best
But I think
players,
he's trying to fit him in
forward.
at right back. But he's done, I think White's done really well right back.
Yeah, but
He's
he's
comfortable
not
at
talking
all.
about Brighton. Brighton got rid of a few players, made some money, and it hasn't affected their team at all.
Yeah.
I think they're actually better this year than last year.
Let's do combined 11 then. Spurs and Arsenal and C. Goalkeeper.
Are you talking about form? Or are you talking about just players this year?
This year.
Just random, doesn't matter about form, yeah? Don't matter form.
Just
I think
the player as a player.
Rams on goal. I think he's better than Lloris. I don't like Lloris anymore. I think he's lost it.
I've never liked Lloris.
Yeah, he's a bit, yeah.
I think he's won the World Cup with France, but
Who's I don't like Emerson. I think Emerson's terrible. So I'd put Tomiyasu right back. Tomiyasu's a better right back than White.
alright, do you agree?
I
agree.
think he's better than Ben White. More natural for him.
Yeah, more natural. Centre backs. I want to go with 2.
Yeah.
I'd go.
So you're going 4-3-3, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'd go Saliba and Gabriel.
Gabriel in front of Romero.
I don't think Romero great with his feet. He's not great with his feet.
I would put it. I would pick goalkeeper and all of Arsenal's defence.
The whole 4.
Even with Tini left back.
Even Zinchenko left back. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't play- they don't
I
really
like
play-
those players. That's like
I don't like left. They play wing backs. They
I
don't
don't
really play
think-
left back. So
yeah.
it's a bit
I
hard
don't think
to.
I'd put any of the Tottenham defence.
Not even Sessegnon in his performances at the moment.
No. Then if you go for back 3, I'd put Gabriel, Saliba. I'll put Gabriel, Saliba on the right and Romero in the middle.
I'll pick Saliba, but I'll pick Romero as well.
But because if you want to play a ball playing thing, Romero ain't great with his feet. He's not that great with his passing and that stuff like that.
So I like my defenders being aggressive. He's so aggressive, man.
And Gabriel's aggressive. And so is
Nah, he gives away a lot of free kicks.
it's aggressive.
It doesn't mean.
Alright, left back I'll go Zinchenko over Tierney.
Yeah.
No man.
Just because of the
quality he has on the ball.
Yeah, the quality going forward.
Don't get me wrong. I think Zinchenko.
But if you go for
is
defensive
quality.
left back, then I put Tierney
But
over.
I just-
hands down.
Tini.
Depends what you want from your left back.
Oh, you choose. What do you want?
I want the creativity he can bring to the table.
He can defend those. Shevchenko can defend.
He's alright. He's alright. He's
He's
not
the captain
great.
of Ukraine,
Yeah, but he's not great at defending. He's alright. In the middle, I'd put Benjamin Core and Xhaka. And I'm not gonna play a cat.
So,
I'm
but
not gonna play a attacking midfielder. I'm playing 3 actual midfielders like Liverpool play. I'll put Benjamin Core, Xhaka, and Partey. I think Partey's better than Højbjerg.
Yeah. Partey.
And you think Betancourt's better than Højbjerg?
Yeah.
I would
I got
have.
Partey as a defensive, and I got Bentancur as more the playmaking and Xhaka for the box to box.
Who's the playmaker?
Bentancur. It's actually, I think Bentancur's wicked, man.
I think Højbjerg can play better than him.
But Højbjerg's more for Partey position, defensive. I got one already. I want two.
He's
one
got,
as well.
hasn't he got 2 goals? Hasn't he got 2 goals already for Tottenham?
Yeah, one was trying to clear it and put it in the bottom corner.
Would you not fit Odegaard in that before?
If I wasn't putting Odegaard, I'd put him instead of Bentancur.
I think Odegaard needs to be in that midfield.
So you have all three Arsenal midfielders there as well.
No.
If you're going to go with that, if you're putting him in front of Bentancur, you're going to put Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard.
So I'll probably take Xhaka out now and put Bentancur there instead.
Yeah, Xhaka.
Do you agree?
I'll take Xhaka out.
And put
Take Xhaka
Bentancur
out.
Yeah, I'll take Xhaka out. Put him
on the
in.
left. I put Son
Put Son on left.
on the left over Martinelli.
Do you know what I love?
Ability-wise,
I
I think
love
Martinelli, but
Martinelli.
he needs to learn when to release the ball. That's his problem right now.
I think he's got all the minerals to be.
World class.
Quality.
What,
Yeah, he's good.
He is. But at this precise moment, I think Son is
More accomplished.
Yeah. Son's everything. Son's everything. Defends. It's that point. He harries everyone like Son. Like Martinelli a bit more. At front, I put Kane over Jesus because of.
Why can't you play Jesus on the left?
No, I'd put Jesus on the right.
What? In front of Saka?
I think Saka's hit his ceiling. He ain't getting better than what he is now.
I like Saka.
He's very close to his
Is
max potential.
is he a world class player?
No.
No, but neither
He's
is
a good player.
Son or neither is Gabriel Jesus.
No.
See, Gabriel Jesus, I think, is a world class player for what he offers. Like, if you're going for a striker for goals, then no. But if you want
For me,
that
world
person's
class
going to win,
player, when I say world class, I'm talking about Benzema, Lewandowski, Messi, Ronaldo. He's not in that league.
Ronaldo's not in that league no more as well.
No, not anymore. No,
No, it's Messi.
no, maybe not.
That's definitely
Yeah,
not.
but look,
That's Mbappe. He's
that's,
number one at
that's
the
their ages. But Saka, I like him, but I think he could be easily replaced in our squad.
Yeah.
I reckon you can go out.
I actually think that
and-
new kid,
and
Marquinhos, gives Saka
You
for
can
his
get-
money.
He looked good the other day.
So who's on the right? You put Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus.
Because he's his tenacity.
Who's Tottenham got on the right?
Kulusevski.
Kulusevski. They got Richarlison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Richard. I think
Perisic.
he's a headless chicken when he plays football.
Yeah.
He's been playing well as well.
Who?
Kulusevski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assist, and he's
But it's the
he's
thing
forward
about
thinking.
Spurs is their work rate. Conte's got them like running like mad dogs, man.
Yeah. I
And
saw their
that's
pre-season
what-
training.
Yeah.
What he was doing after the training session, the amount of time ups and downs up the football field. They got to the end and they literally were just like dead.
So if you look at those players, they're not really technically gifted.
Some of them are. Not all of them. Some.
What, 3?
He done the same thing with Chelsea though. When he won
No,
the
Chelsea had a good team.
league. He made Victor Moses look like one of the best right backs in the world.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, wing backs.
No, that's fair enough. He did.
No, but I think they had better
They had a
players
yeah.
in the team. I think
Yeah.
Tottenham's team is an average team with 2 or 3.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also
yeah,
quality
yeah,
players,
yeah, but
and he's made them perform as a
It's
team.
the Conte, the way
Who did they
gets
draw
into
to
work.
last weekend? Who did they draw to last weekend? They drew 1-1. When we lost, I can't remember who
They
they
didn't
drew.
drew.
Yeah, they drew 1-1.
Yeah, it's called right at the end.
They beat Fulham.
Did they win?
They beat Fulham, yeah.
But it's like you're set right.
Maybe.
Look,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
brought
yeah.
in a lot of players. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, he's brought in a lot of players,
He's demanded it.
and it's like you're saying some of them are not technically gifted. It's the work rate.
Yeah.
And looking at that, I think that's a similar thing with Liverpool. Because if you look at their midfield, right, yeah,
It's not great.
it's you wouldn't look at their midfield and think, right, I want those 3 in my team. You'd look at them and the first name you'd see is Henderson. You'd laugh and joke and say, get him the fuck out. The thing is he's got a midfield that you've got Henderson there.
But it's not in the midfield for Klopp, it's the whole team functions in that
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
like a
mentality.
it is.
has to fit.
Like, they're not technically gifted, apart from like, I think Thiago's quality. I think
He's outstanding.
Yeah, he's
Is he world class?
He's not world class, but he's just underneath that level.
I don't know, man. I think he's like even at Munich.
He was amazing.
He's
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 What, Workman's League?
but they've proven it in Europe as
I
well.
think he's top level, but I wouldn't put him
Newcastle will win that
I
league.
wouldn't put him at world class.
Take Bayern Munich out. Any team West Ham they can win that league.
Take what? Sorry, say this again.
Take Bayern Munich out of Germany. Put Newcastle, West Ham. One of those teams they can win the league every year.
So 3-1.
So Dortmund's on and off.
I reckon it will be very tight, but I reckon we will win. I reckon 2-1.
I reckon 2-1.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
me too.
I
think you guys will find
result.
I
think your problem is when you're ahead, you don't score the goals. I think this time you have to get your
I'm
goals.
changing my thing. We're winning 4-1.
Fair enough.
Jesus hat trick.
That's it, boy.
Go for it.